Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time now for our midday market update with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, we are looking at a pretty miserable day in the cattle market after hearing the news about Tyson. We are limit down in most contracts. Tell me a little bit about what you see happening for the rest of the day.
That's right, Lacey. It's very tough to say where we finish this thing up at here for the day, but what's important is how we close the thing for the week. Several times we've seen the market either rally or get sold off hard early part of the week, and folks are downtrodden. And then towards the end of the week, you know, I've always said if they sell it off hard early in the week, they've got all week to bring it back. We open limit down on both the feeders and the live cattle. Now, live cattle December did trade off limit here shortly after the open. It's very tough to say where we end this thing up here today, but a lot of the news on Friday did have a ripple effect here on some of these feeder cattle markets as well. I do know there were several sale barns that were trading in the south, especially Texas and southwest Kansas. You know, 850-pound heifers were down to the 230, 240, and people were just getting up, walking out after they heard that news because they knew it wasn't going to be good here today on Monday. So cattle on feed, it came out, no huge surprises there. It was kind of all within range. But what was interesting to see in that cattle on feed report is our heifers placed in feed yards were 38.1%, and normally that number runs a little bit higher. So what it signals to me and some of the others in the industry that we are seeing a little bit of light heifer retention that's starting to come into these government reports. We are seeing a little bit of bull spreading going on here, descanning on the Feb here by about 17 cents, but out in the back here, all those deferred spreads are losing some ground as well. So it's a very rocky start to the week, and we do have a shortened holiday week this week. We will trade all day on Wednesday. There are no markets on Wednesday night, no markets on Thursday. We have a hard open on Friday morning, and we trade Friday morning from 8:30 a.m. on the grains and livestock until 12:05 p.m. So very shortened week, and a lot of things can happen this week, Lacey.
That is Kyle Bumsted, livestock market analyst here on the Rural Radio Network.
Want to quit tobacco? You don't have to do it alone. The Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line can help you quit any type of tobacco. We offer professional coaches to help you create a personalized quit plan with an online community to support you along the way. Plus, we'll connect you to resources like medications to help you quit, so you have everything you need to become tobacco-free. Quit with confidence. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Introducing the Rural Radio Podcast Hub. In a world flooded with podcasts, this one stands out by focusing on what truly matters, rural America. Stay informed with the latest market updates and insightful commentary on Final Bell. Keep up with rodeo and Western lifestyle through Breaking the Barrier and the Nebraska Rodeo Update. And sharpen your marketing skills with Grain IQ. RuralRadioNetwork.com. The Rural Radio Podcast Hub, the one place to hear it all.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network for a check of your markets here at the market desk with Tractor Tuesday. You can list your equipment for free at TractorTuesday.com. Corn futures are flat to a penny higher. Weekly export inspections remain strong at 1.632 million metric tons, with year-to-date pace at 172%. Ethanol margins should get some support from corn holding the lower end of the range and likely to get a boost from holiday travel. The USDA reported another 123,000 metric tons of soybeans sold to China this morning, but broad product weakness and disappointment in the complex is keeping bean futures lower this morning. Weekly export inspections have the yearly pace at only 55%. Wheat is lower today as well. The weekly crop progress is expected to show steady conditions for the last report of the year, and cold weather moving into the plains likely to push wheat into dormancy. March corn is unchanged at 437 3/4. May up a half at 445. January soybeans are down 1.5 at 1123 1/2. March down 2.5 at 1131 3/4. Chicago December wheat down 5.5 at 521 1/2. March down 5.5 at 534 1/4. Kansas City December wheat down 3 3/4 at 507 1/4. March down 3.5 at 522 3/4. December soybean meal is up 80 cents at 336.90. December bean oil down 16 at 50.60. December live cattle are limit down still at 207.20. February lock limit down at 207.52. January feeders down 9 1/4 at 304.97. March also limit down at 297.80. December lean hogs are up a nickel at 77.85. February up 102 at 78.72. And Class 3 milk in December up a dime at 16.20 here on the Rural Radio Network.